Hey there, folks. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of Thailand, a country that's rich in history, culture, and natural beauty. Thailand, officially known as the Kingdom of Thailand, is a Southeast Asian nation located in the Indochinese Peninsula. Its etymology is derived from the Sanskrit word Thai, meaning free. This reflects the country's own history of independence and resilience. Geographically, Thailand is blessed with a diverse landscape, ranging from lush rainforests to sandy beaches. It's home to some of the most beautiful islands in the world, like Phuket and Koh Samui. Thailand's politics and government are led by a constitutional monarchy, with the king playing a significant role in the country's affairs. The economy is primarily driven by tourism, agriculture, and manufacturing. Thailand's infrastructure is well developed, with modern highways, airports, and railways. The country is also known for its vibrant culture, which includes traditional dance, music, and cuisine. So, there you have it. A brief overview of Thailand, a country that's sure to captivate your imagination. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into different cultures and countries. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Thailand. Officially the Kingdom of Thailand, and historically known as Siam, the official name until 1939. 3. Is a country in Southeast Asia on the Indochinese Peninsula. With a population of almost 66 million, it spans 513,115 square kilometers, 198,115 square miles. Thailand is bordered to the northwest by Myanmar, to the northeast and east by Laos, to the southeast by Cambodia, to the south by the Gulf of Thailand and Malaysia, and to the southwest by the Andaman Sea. It also shares maritime borders with Vietnam to the southeast and Indonesia and India to the southwest. Bangkok is the state capital and largest city. 8. Thai peoples migrated from southwestern China to mainland Southeast Asia from the 6th to 11th centuries. Indianist kingdoms such as the Mon, Khmer Empire, and Malay states ruled the region, competing with Thai states such as the kingdoms of Ngonyang, Sukhothai, Lan Na, and Ayutthaya, which also rivaled each other. European contact began in 1511 with a Portuguese diplomatic mission to Ayutthaya, which became a regional power by the end of the 15th century. Ayutthaya reached its peak during the 18th century, until it was destroyed in the Burmese-Siamese War. King Taksin the Great quickly reunified the fragmented territory and established the short-lived Thonburi Kingdom 1767 to 1782, of which he was the only king. He was succeeded in 1780 by Phuthayathva Chulaluk Ramai, the first monarch of the current Chakri dynasty. Throughout the era of Western imperialism in Asia, Siam remained the only state in the region to avoid colonization by foreign powers, although it was often forced to make territorial trade and legal concessions in unequal treaties. 9. The Siamese system of government was centralized and transformed into a modern unitary absolute monarchy during the 1868 to 1910 reign of Chulalongkorn Ramavi. In World War I, Siam sided with the Allies, a political decision made in order to amend the unequal treaties. Following a bloodless revolution in 1932, it became a constitutional monarchy and changed its official name to Thailand, becoming an alive Japan in World War II. In the late 1950s, a military coup under Sarath Thanarao revived the monarchy's historically influential role in politics. During the Cold War, Thailand became a major non-NATO ally of the United States and played an anti-communist role in the region as a member of SEATO, which was disbanded in 1977. Apart from a brief period of parliamentary democracy in the mid-1970s and 1990s, Thailand has periodically alternated between democracy and military rule. Since the 2000s, the country has been in continual political conflict between supporters and opponents of twice-elected Prime Minister of Thailand Thaksin Shinawatra, which resulted into coups in 2006 and 2014, along with the establishment of its current constitution, a nominally democratic government after the 2019 Thai general election, and large pro-democracy protests in 2020 to 2021, which included unprecedented demands to reform the monarchy. Since 2019, it has been nominally a parliamentary constitutional monarchy. In practice, however, structural advantages in the constitution have ensured the military's continued influence in politics. 10. Thailand is a middle power in global affairs and a founding member of ASEAN. It has the second largest economy in Southeast Asia and the 23rd largest in the world by PPP, and it ranks 29th by nominal GDP. Thailand is classified as a newly industrialized economy, with manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism as leading sectors. 11-12. Etymology. Thailand was known by outsiders before 1939 as Siam. 3. According to George Cuds, the word Thai means free man in the Thai language, differentiating the Thai from the natives encompassed in Thai society as serfs. 13. 197. According to Chit Fumasak, Thai simply means people or human being. His investigation shows that some rural areas use the word Thai instead of the usual Thai word Khan for people. 14. According to Michel Fairless, the ethnonyms Thai or Thayte would have evolved from the Andaman Kg human being. IV 16. Thais often refer to their country using the polite form Prathat Thai Thai. They also use the more colloquial term Muon Thai Thai, or simply Thai. The word Muon, archaically referring to a city-state, is commonly used to refer to a city or town as the center of a region. Racha Anakak Thai Thai means Kingdom of Thailand or Kingdom of Thai. Etymologically, its components are Racha Sanskrit, region, king, royal, realm, Aina, Pali Bien authority, command, tower, itself from the Sanskrit, Jayanian, of the same meaning, and Chak from Sanskrit Kakra, wheel, a symbol of power and rule. The Thai national anthem Thai, written by Luang Saranuprafin during the patriotic 1930s, refers to the Thai nation as Prathat Thai Thai. The first line of the national anthem is Prathat Thai Ruo Mawit Mwaya Chachuya Thai Thai. Thailand is founded on blood and flesh. 17. The former name Siam may have originated from Sanskrit Kayama, dark 14, or Mon or Manya, stranger, probably the same root as Shan and Assam. 18. The word Kiama is possibly not the true origin, but a pre-designed deviation from its proper, original meaning. 1920. Another theory is the name derives from the Chinese calling this region Shan, v21. 8. The ancient Khmers used the word Siam to refer to people settled in the West Chao Phraya River Valley surrounding the ancient city of Nakhon Pathom in the present-day central Thailand. It may probably originate from the name of Lord Krishna, which also called Sham, as in the Wat Sri Chum inscription, dated 13th century CE, mentions for Mahathera Sri Satha. Th came to restore for Pathamashadi at the city of Lord Krishna Nakhon Pathom in the early era of the Sukhothai kingdom. 22. SPPM Mongkut Rex Siamensium, King Mongkut's signature. The signature of King Mongkut R. 1851–1868 reads as PPM Somdet for Poramenthra Maha. Mongkut Rex Siamensium Mongkut, King of the Siamese. This usage of the name in the country's first international treaty gave the name Siam official status until the 24th of June 1939 when it was changed to Thailand. 23. Prehistory and Origins. Main article. Prehistoric Thailand. See also History of Thailand and Thai peoples. There is evidence of continuous human habitation in present-day Thailand from 20,000 years ago to the present day. 24. For the earliest evidence of rice growing is dated at 2000 BCE. 25. For areas comprising what is now Thailand participated in the maritime Jade Row, as ascertained by archaeological research. The trading network existed for 3,000 years, between 2000 BC to 1000 CE. 26, 27, 28, 29. Bronze appeared c. 1250 to 1000 BCE. 25. For the site of Ban Chang in northeast Thailand currently ranks as the earliest known center of copper and bronze production in Southeast Asia. 30. Iron appeared around 500 BCE. 25. 5. The Kingdom of Funan was the first and most powerful Southeast Asian kingdom at the time 2nd century BCE. 24. 5. The Mon people established the principalities of Dvaravati and Kingdom of Haraphunchai in the 6th century. The Khmer people established the Khmer Empire, centered in Angkor, in the 9th century. 24. 7. Tombralinga, a Malay state controlling trade through the Malacca Strait, rose in the 10th century. 24. 5. The Indochina Peninsula was heavily influenced by the culture and religions of India from the time of the Kingdom of Funan to that of the Khmer Empire. 31. The Thai people are of the Thai ethnic group, characterized by common linguistic roots. 32. Two Chinese chronicles first mention the Thai peoples in the 6th century BCE. While there are many assumptions regarding the origin of Thai peoples, David K. Wyatt, a historian of Thailand, argued that their ancestors who at present inhabit Laos, Thailand, Myanmar, India, and China came from the Yan and Fach area between the 5th and the 8th century. 32. 6. Thai people began migrating into present-day Thailand gradually from the 6th to 11th century, which Mon and Khmer people occupied at the time. 33. Thus Thai culture was influenced by Indian, Mon, and Khmer cultures. 34. 203 Thai people intermixed with various ethnic and cultural groups in the region, resulting in many groups of present-day Thai people. VI genetic evidences suggested that ethnolinguistics could not accurately predict the origins of the Thais. 35. 36. 37. Sujit Wangs argued that Thai is not a race or ethnicity but a culture group. 38. According to French historian Georges Coutts, the Thai first enter history of farther India in the 11th century with the mention of Siam slaves or prisoners of war in Kampa epigraphy, and in the 12th century, the bas-reliefs of Angkor Wat where a group of warriors are described as Siam. 13. 190 to 191. 194 to 195. Though Chem accounts do not indicate the origins of Siam or what ethnic group they belong to. 39. The origins and ethnicity of the Siam remain unclear, with some literature suggesting that Siam refers to the Shan people, the Bru people, or the Brau people. 39-40. However, mainland Southeast Asian sources from before the 14th century primarily use the word Siam as an ethnonym, referring to those who belong to a separate cultural category different from the Khmer, Kam, Bagan, or Mon. This contrasts with the Chinese sources, where Shan was used as a toponym. 39. Early Thai Confederate cities, 691 BC, 13th century CE. See also Initial states of Thailand and Lan Na. Map showing geographic distribution of Kradai, linguistic family. Arrows represent general pattern of the migration of Thai-speaking tribes along the rivers and over the lower passes. 25. 27. Lan Na Kingdom during the reign of Tilakarai R. 1441 to 1487. Theoretically, Thai Kadai-speaking people formed as early as the 12th century BCE in the middle of the Yangtze Basin. Some groups later migrated south to Guangxi. 41. However, after several bloody centuries against Chinese influence in Guangxi between 333 BC and the 11th century, hundreds of thousands of Thais were killed. 42. 543. 193. 239 to 249. Thus, Thai people began to move southwestward along the rivers and over the lower passes into the mountain north of Southeast Asia and river valleys in present-day Assam of India. 40-45. Some evidence indicates that the ancestors of Thai people migrated en masse southwestwards out of Yunnan only after the 1253 Mongol invasion of Delhi. However, it is not generally accepted. 46. 38. Thais defeated indigenous tribes and emerged as the new power in the new region. As a result, several Thai city-states were established, scattered from Yan and Fach in present-day northwestern Vietnam and highland Southeast Asia to northeastern India. 47. 48. 49. According to the Simhanavadi legend given in several chronicles, the first Thai city-state in northern Thailand, Singanavadi, was founded around the 7th century. 50. 5. 9. However, several modern geology and archaeology studies found that its center, Yanak Nahafen, dates from 691 BC to 545 CE. 50. 750 150 to 53. This roughly coincides with the establishment of Shan states, another Thais federated principalities in the present-day northeast Myanmar. 50 for 55 56 57, as well as Muang Swalwan Prabang in the east. 58 59. After Singanavadi was submerged below Changsane Lake due to an earthquake in 545, 51 53 60, the survivors then founded a new seat at Wing Pruksha Th. The kingdom lasted for another 93 years. 61. In addition to Singanavadi, another northern principality probably related to the Thai people, Ngonyang, was established as the successor of Singanavadi in 638 by Lavakakari Th. Also centered in Wing Pruksha Th. Present-day Mae Sai District, Chiang Rai. 21. Its seat was moved to Chiang Mai in 1260 by King Mangray, which considered the foundation of the Lan Na kingdom. Mangray unified the surrounding area and also created a network of states through political alliances to the east and north of the Mekong. His dynasty would rule the kingdom continuously for the next 2 centuries. 21. 8 Lan Na expanded its territory southward and annexed the Mon Haraphoon Chai of Dvaravati in 1292. 62. 208. In the late 10th century, Thai people began to migrate further south to the present-day upper central Thailand. 63. 46 to 9. 83 to 6. Around the 1100s period, several cities in this area, such as Songkhla, Sawankalok, and Chakangrao, were ruled by the Thai people, and they eventually launched several battles against the pre-existing Mon of Lavo, who had been falling under Chenla and Khmer influences since the 7th century, thus bringing the establishment of the Thai people's independent state, Sukhothai Kingdom, in the upper Chao Phraya River Valley in 1238. 32. 50 to 23. The earliest conflict between Thai people and the pre-existing ethnics was recorded in the mid-4th century when the ruler of Singanavati, Pankharat, th. forcibly lost the seat at Yanak to Kingdom from Umongasela present-day Phang. He then fled to Vieng Si Tuan, present-day Wian Phang Kam, Mae Sai district, that had to send tributes to Yanak annually until his son, from, took back Yanak and expelled Kingdom from Umongasela. 60 for 65-66. From also marched the troops south to occupy Chakangrao from the enemy, as well as founding the city of Songkhla. 64. Some historians suggest that Lavo's capital, Lopburi, was once seized by from. 64. In contrast, Thai people instead established relationships with Siamese Mon via royal intermarriages. 63. 46 to 9. 836. Mon and Lavo kingdoms, 5th century CE, 13th century CE. See also, Mon people, Thai people, Mon kingdoms, and Lavo kingdom. Political entities of the Mon people around the 6th-7th centuries. Map of settlements of Dvaravati culture from the 6th to 9th centuries. As is generally known, the present-day Thai people were previously called Siamese before the country was renamed Thailand in the mid-20th century. 14. Several genetic studies published in the 21st century suggest that the so-called Siamese people Central Thai might have had Mon origin since their genetic profiles are more closely related to the Mon people in Myanmar and the Thais of southern China. 35. And they probably later became Thais via cultural diffusion after the arriving of Thai people from the north around the 8th-10th centuries. 49. 67-68. This is also reflected in the language since over half of the vocabulary in the Central Thai language is derived from or borrowed from the Mon language, as well as Pali and Sanskrit. 67-69. Moreover, the Jinakala Moli Chronicle of Thai's Lan Na also called the southern region occupied by the Mon Harapu Jaya of Varavati as Siam Pradesh lit, the land of Siam people, which indicates that the ancient Siamese and the Mon people in central Thailand were probably the same ethnolinguistic group. 70. The Song Hiao Jigao 96, 1-79 indicates Siamese people settled in the west-central Thailand and their state was called Xingu Chinese, while the eastern plain belonged to the Mon of Lavo Chinese. 72 who later fell under the Chenla and Khmer hegemony around the 7th-9th centuries. 73 those Mon political entities, which also included Harapu Jayat in the north and several city-states in the northeast, are however, the states of Siamese Mon and Lavo were later merged via the royal intermarriage and became Ayutthaya Kingdom in the mid-14th century. 72 while the southwestern Isan principalities, centered in Phanom Rung and Phamai, later pledged allegiance to Siamese Ayutthaya during the reign of Bormaracha Thirat II R. 1424-1448. 74. The remaining principal city-states in Isan region became Lenshan around 1353 after the twin cities of Muan Swalwan Prabang and Vientiane 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 became independent following the deaths of the Sukhothai king Ram Kamhan. 75. 51. According to the Wat Kud Te inscription K1105, dated c. 7th century, during the period that the eastern Mon entity, Lavo, was strongly influenced by the Chenla. The Siamese Mon in the west also established a royal intermarriage with Chenla as Sri Chakatham, Prince of Samhuka, in the present-day Ratchaburi province, married to a princess of Isanavarman I. Antamanilis then became an allied. 76 after Chenla sieged Funan and moved the center to Angkor, Both Siamese Mon and the Angkorian eventually marched the troops to attack Vijaya of Kampa in 1201 during the reign of Jayavarman VII, as recorded in the Chodin inscription c. 377. Sukhothai Kingdom 1238 CE. 14th century CE. Main article, Sukhothai Kingdom, Sukhothai Kingdom. Sukhothai and neighbors, end of 13th century CE. Farachana, Wat Si Chum, Sukhothai Historical Park. The ruins of Wat Mahathit, Sukhothai Historical Park. After the decline of the Khmer Empire and Kingdom of Pagan in the early 13th century, various states thrived in their place. The domains of Thai people existed from the northeast of present-day India to the north of present-day Laos and to the Malay Peninsula. 38–9 During the 13th century, Thai people had already settled in the core land of Dvaravati and Lavo Kingdom to Nakhon Si Thammarat in the south. There are, however, no records detailing the arrival of the Thais. 32–50–1. Around 1240, Phokan Bang Klang Hao, a local Thai ruler, rallied the people to rebel against the Khmer. He later crowned himself the first king of Sukhothai Kingdom in 1238. 32–50–3 Mainstream Thai historians count Sukhothai as the first kingdom of Thai people. Sukhothai expanded furthest during the reign of Ram Kamhangmar, 1279–1298. However, it was mostly a network of local lords who swore fealty to Sukhothai, not directly controlled by it. 32–5556. He is believed to have invented Thai script, and Thai ceramics were an important export in his era. Sukhothai embraced Theravada Buddhism in the reign of Maha Thammarata I 1347–1368. Ayutthaya Kingdom 1351–1767. Main articles, Ayutthaya Kingdom, Galiat Pereira, Burmese Siamese War 1547–1549, and Burmese Siamese War 158–1593. Ayutthaya Kingdom, Ayutthaya and neighbors, c. 1415 CE. Ayutthaya and neighbors, c. 1540 CE. Tainting of Ayutthaya City c. 1665, by Johannes Vingboons. According to the most widely accepted version of its origin, the Ayutthaya Kingdom rose from the earlier, nearby Lavo Kingdom and Suvarnabhumi with Uthon as its first king. Ayutthaya was a patchwork of self-governing principalities and tributary provinces owing allegiance to the king of Ayutthaya under the Mandala system. 78–355. Its initial expansion was through conquest and political marriage. Before the end of the 15th century, Ayutthaya invaded the Khmer Empire 3 times and sacked its capital Angkor. 79–26. Ayutthaya then became a regional power in place of the Khmer. Constant interference of Sukhothai effectively made it a vassal state of Ayutthaya, and it was finally incorporated into the kingdom. Boramatre Lokant brought about bureaucratic reforms, which lasted into the 20th century and created a system of social hierarchy called Sakdina, where male commoners were conscripted as corvée laborers for 6 months a year. 80–107. Ayutthaya was interested in the Malay Peninsula, but failed to conquer the Malacca Sultanate, which was supported by the Chinese Ming dynasty. 24–11–13. European contact and trade started in the early 16th century, with the envoy of Portuguese Duke Afonso de Albuquerque in 1511. Portugal became an ally and ceded some soldiers to King Ramathibodi II. 81. The Portuguese were followed in the 17th century by the French, Dutch, and English. Rivalry for supremacy over Chiang Mai and the Mon people pitted Ayutthaya against the Burmese kingdom. Several wars with its ruling Taungoo dynasty starting in the 1540s in the reign of Taban Shwethi and Bayanong were ultimately ended with the capture of the capital in 1570. 80–146–7. Then a brief period of vassalage to Burma until Naresuan proclaimed independence in 1580 followed. 21–11. Ayutthaya sought to improve relations with European powers for many successive reigns. The kingdom especially prospered during cosmopolitan Narai's reign 1656–1688, when some European travelers regarded Ayutthaya as an Asian great power, alongside China and India. 25. However, growing French influence later in his reign was met with nationalist sentiment and eventually led to the Siamese Revolution of 1688. 80–185–6. Despite the revolution, overall relations remained stable, with French missionaries still actively preaching Christianity. 186. After a bloody period of dynastic struggle, Ayutthaya entered what has been called the Siamese Golden Age, a relatively peaceful episode in the second quarter of the 18th century where art, literature, and learning flourished. There were seldom foreign wars, apart from conflict with the Nguyen lords for control of Cambodia starting around 1715. The last 50 years of the kingdom witnessed bloody succession crises, where there were purges of court officials and able generals for many consecutive reigns. In 1765, a combined 40,000-strong force of Burmese armies invaded it from the north and west. 250. The Burmese, under the Nguyen dynasty, quickly rose to become a new local power by 1759. After a 14-month siege, the capital city's walls fell and the city was burned in April 1767. 218. Thonburi Kingdom 1767 to 1782. Main article: Thonburi Kingdom. Taksin the Great enthroned himself as a Thai king in 1767. The capital and many of its territories lay in chaos after the war. The former capital was occupied by the Burmese garrison army, and 5 local leaders declared themselves overlords, including the lords of Sakwanburi, Phitsanulok, Pimai, Chanthaburi, and Nakhon Si Thammarat. Chaptok, a capable military leader, proceeded to make himself a lord by right of conquest, beginning with the legendary sack of Chanthaburi. Based at Chanthaburi, Chaptok raised troops and resources, and sent a fleet up the Chao Phraya to take the fort of Thonburi. In the same year, Chaptok was able to retake Ayutthaya from the Burmese only 7 months after the fall of the city. 84. Chaptok then crowned himself as Taksin and proclaimed Thonburi as temporary capital in the same year. He also quickly subdued the other warlords. His forces engaged in wars with Burma, Laos, and Cambodia, which successfully drove the Burmese out of Lan Na in 1775. 80. 225 captured Vientiane in 1778. 80. 227 and tried to install a pro-Thai king in Cambodia. In his final years, there was a coup, supposedly caused by his insanity, and eventually Taksin and his sons were executed by his longtime companion General Chao Phraya Chakri, the future Ramai. He was the first king of the ruling Chakri dynasty and founder of the Ratanakosin Kingdom on the 6th of April 1782. Citation needed. Ratanakosin Kingdom and Modernization 178-1932. Main article: Ratanakosin Kingdom. Ratanakosin Kingdom. Detailed map of Siam's provinces, vassals, and monthans in 1900. Emerald Buddha, Iwa Phrakau. Considered the sacred Palladium of Thailand. Chulalongkorn with Nicholas II in St. Petersburg, 1897. Siamese territory and dominion at its largest in 1805, resulting from the Burmese-Siamese War 1-02-1805. Under Rama I 1780-21809. Ratanakosin successfully defended against Burmese attacks and put an end to Burmese incursions. He also created suzerainty over large portions of Laos and Cambodia. 85. In 1821, Briton John Crawford was sent to negotiate a new trade agreement with Siam, the first sign of an issue which was to dominate 19th-century Siamese politics. 86. Bangkok signed the Burney Treaty in 1826, after the British victory in the First Anglo-Burmese War. 80. 281. Anuvon of Vientiane, who mistakenly held the belief that Britain was about to launch an invasion of Bangkok, started the Lao Rebellion in 1826, which was suppressed. 80. 283-5 Vientiane was destroyed and a large number of Lao people were relocated to Korat Plateau as a result. 80. 285-6 Bangkok also waged several wars with Vietnam, where Siam successfully regained hegemony over Cambodia. 80. 292-2. From the late 19th century, Siam tried to rule the ethnic groups in the realm as colonies. 80. 308 in the reign of Mongkut 1851-1868, who recognized the potential threat Western powers posed to Siam. His court contacted the British government directly to defuse tensions. 80. 311 a British mission led by Sir John Boring, Governor of Hong Kong, led to the signing of the Boring Treaty, the first of many unequal treaties with Western countries. This, however, brought trade and economic development to Siam. 87. The unexpected death of Mongkut from malaria led to the reign of underage King Chulalongkorn, with Somdet Chair Phrai Sri Sur Wan Struan Zabunig acting as regent. 80. 327. Chulalongkorn 1868–1910 initiated centralization, set up a privy council, and abolished slavery and the corvée system. The Front Palace Crisis of 1870 forestalled attempts at further reforms. 80. 331–3 in the 1870s and 1880s. He incorporated the protectorates up north into the kingdom proper, which later expanded to the protectorates in the northeast and the south. 80. 334–5 He established 12 Krom in 1888, which were equivalent to present-day ministries. 80. 347 The crisis of 1893 erupted, caused by French demands for Laotian territory east of Mekong. 80. 350–3 Thailand is the only Southeast Asian state never to have been colonized by a Western power. 88 In part because Britain and France agreed in 1896 to make the Chao Phraya Valley a buffer state. 89 Not until the 20th century could Siam renegotiate every unequal treaty dating from the Boring Treaty, including extraterritoriality. The advent of the Monthan system marked the creation of the modern Thai nation-state. 80. 360–23 In 1905, there were unsuccessful rebellions in the ancient Patani area, Ubon Ratchathani, and Phray in opposition to an attempt to blunt the power of local lords. 80. 371–3 The Palace Revolt of 1912 was a failed attempt by Western-educated military officers to overthrow the Siamese monarchy. 80. 397 Vajravudar, 1910–1925 responded by propaganda for the entirety of his reign. 80. 400 to which promoted the idea of the Thai nation. 80. 400 for in 1917, Siam joined the First World War on the side of the Allies. 80. 407 In the aftermath, Siam had a seat at the Paris Peace Conference and gained freedom of taxation and the revocation of extraterritoriality. 80. 408 Field Marshal Plaek Phibin Songkram, the longest-serving Prime Minister of Thailand. A bloodless revolution took place in 1932, in which Prajadipak was forced to grant the country's first constitution, thereby ending centuries of feudal and absolute monarchy. The combined results of economic hardships brought on by the Great Depression, sharply falling rice prices, and a significant reduction in public spending caused discontent among aristocrats. 24. 25. In 1933, a counter-revolutionary rebellion took place to reinstate absolute monarchy, but failed. 80. 446–8 Prajadipak's conflict with the government eventually led to abdication. The government selected Ananda Mahadal, who was studying in Switzerland, to be the new king. 80. 448–9. Later that decade, the army wing of Kana Ratsadon came to dominate Siamese politics. Plaek Phibin Songkram, who became premier in 1938, started political oppression and took an openly anti-royalist stance. 80. 457 His government adopted nationalism and westernization, anti-Chinese and anti-French policies. 24. 28. In 1939, there was a decree changing the name of the country from Siam to Thailand. In 1941, Thailand was in a brief conflict with Vichy France, resulting in Thailand gaining some Lao and Cambodian territories. 80. 462. On the 8th of December 1941, the Empire of Japan launched an invasion of Thailand, and fighting broke out shortly before Phibin ordered an armistice. Japan was granted free passage, and on the 21st of December Thailand and Japan signed a military alliance with a secret protocol, wherein the Japanese government agreed to help Thailand regain lost territories. 90. The Thai government then declared war on the United States and the United Kingdom. 80. 465 The United Kingdom, whose colony Malaya was under immediate threat from Thai forces, responded in kind, but the United States refused to declare war and ignored Thailand's declaration. 91. 66 The Free Thai movement was launched both in Thailand and abroad to oppose the government and Japanese occupation. 80. 465–6 After the war ended in 1945, Thailand signed formal agreements to end the state of war with the Allies. King Bhumibol Adulyadej addresses a joint session of the United States Congress. 1960. In June 1946, young King Ananda was found dead under mysterious circumstances. His younger brother Bhumibol Adulyadej ascended to the throne. Thailand joined the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization (SEATO) to become an active ally of the United States in 1954. 80. 493 Field Marshal Sara Thanara launched a coup in 1957, which removed Khana Ratsadon from politics. His rule premiership 1959 to 1963 was autocratic. He built his legitimacy around the godlike status of the monarch and by channeling the government's loyalty to the king. 80. 511. His government improved the country's infrastructure and education. 80. 514. After the United States joined the Vietnam War in 1961, there was a secret agreement wherein the U.S. promised to protect Thailand. 80. 523. The period brought about increasing modernization and westernization of Thai society. Rapid urbanization occurred when the rural populace sought work in growing cities. Rural farmers gained class consciousness and were sympathetic to the Communist Party of Thailand. 80. 528. Economic development and education enabled the rise of a middle class in Bangkok and other cities. 80. 534. In October 1971, there was a large demonstration against the dictatorship of Thanom Kitty Cochrane premiership 1963 to 1973, which led to civilian casualties. 80. 541 to 3. Bhumibol installed Sanya Dharma Sakti premiership 1973 to 1975 to replace him, marking the first time that the king had intervened in Thai politics directly since 1932. 92. The aftermath of the event marked a short-lived parliamentary democracy. 92. Often called the era when democracy blossomed. Citation needed. Contemporary history. Main articles: History of Thailand 1973 to 2001 and History of Thailand 2001 present. See also, South Thailand insurgency. Constant unrest and instability, as well as fear of a communist takeover after the fall of Saigon, made some ultra-right groups brand leftist students as communists. 80. 548. This culminated in the Thammasat University massacre in October 1976. 80. 548 to 9. A coup d'état on that day brought Thailand a new ultra-right government, which cracked down on media outlets, officials, and intellectuals, and fueled the communist insurgency. Another coup the following year installed a more moderate government, which offered amnesty to communist fighters in 1978. 93. Fueled by Indochina refugee crisis, Vietnamese border raids, and economic hardships, Prem Tinsulananda became the prime minister from 1980 to 1988. The communists abandoned the insurgency by 1983. Prem's premiership was dubbed semi-democracy because the parliament was composed of all elected House and all appointed Senate. The 1980s also saw increasing intervention in politics by the monarch, who rendered to coups in 1981 and 1985. Attempts against Prem failed. In 1988, Thailand had its first elected prime minister since 1976. 94. Sukhinda Kraprayun, who was the coup leader in 1991 and said he would not seek to become prime minister. 95. Was nominated as one by the majority coalition government after the 1992 general election. This caused a popular demonstration in Bangkok, which ended with a bloody military crackdown. Bhumibol intervened in the event and signed an amnesty law. Sukhinda then resigned. 96. The 1997 Asian financial crisis originated in Thailand and ended the country's 40 years of uninterrupted economic growth. 97. 3. Chuan Lik Pai's government took an IMF loan with unpopular provisions. 98. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami hit the country, mostly in the south, claiming around 5,400 lives in Phuket, Phang Nga, Ranong, Krabi, Trang, and Satan, with thousands still missing. 99. The populist Thai Rak Thai Party, led by Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, governed from 2001 until 2006. His policies were successful in reducing rural poverty 100 and initiated universal health care in the country. 101. However, Thaksin was viewed as a corrupt populist who was destroying the middle class in order to favor himself and the rural poor. He also faced criticism over his response to a South Thailand insurgency, which escalated starting from 2004. Additionally, his recommendations to the rural poor directly conflicted with King Bhumibol's recommendations, drawing the ire of royalists, a powerful faction in Thailand. In response, the royalists made up a story about how Thaksin and his advisors gathered in Finland to plot the overthrow of the monarchy. Meanwhile, massive protests against Thaksin led by the People's Alliance for Democracy had started in his second term as prime minister. Eventually, the monarchy and the military agreed to oust the leader. In this case, the military first sought permission from the king to oust Thaksin. The permission was denied. But then, the king rejected Thaksin's choice to lead the army, allowing a military leader to be put into power who wanted the coup. Then, the army dissolved Thaksin's party with a coup d'état in 2006 and banned over 100 of its executives from politics. After the coup, a military government was installed which lasted a year, 100 to 103. Coming back to democracy was a process that took very active participation of the people. The people frequently stormed government buildings and the military threatened yet another coup, 100 to finally, in 2007, a civilian government led by the Thaksin-allied People's Power Party (PPP) was elected. Another protest led by PAT ended with the dissolution of TPP, and the Democrat Party led a coalition government in its place. The pro-Thaksin United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship (UDD) protested both in 2009 and in 2010, the latter of which ended with a violent military crackdown causing more than 70 civilian deaths, 104. After the general election of 2011, the populist Pheu Thai Party won a majority. Yingluck Shinawatra, Thaksin's younger sister, became prime minister. The People's Democratic Reform Committee organized another anti-Shinawatra protest 105 after the ruling party proposed an amnesty bill which would benefit Thaksin. 106 Yingluck dissolved parliament and a general election was scheduled, but was invalidated by the Constitutional Court. The crisis ended with another coup d'état in 2014. 107. The ensuing National Council for Peace and Order, a military junta led by General Prayut Chan-o-cha, led the country until 2019. Civil and political rights were restricted, and the country saw a surge in lèse-majesté cases. Political opponents and dissenters were sent to attitude adjustment camps. 108. This was described by academics as showing the rise of fascism. 109. Bhumibol, the longest-reigning Thai king, died in 2016, and his son Vajiralongkorn ascended to the throne. The referendum and adoption of Thailand's current constitution happened under the junta's rule. The junta also bound future governments to a 20-year national strategy roadmap it laid down, effectively locking the country into military-guided democracy. 111. In 2019, the junta agreed to schedule a general election in March. 108. Prayut continued his premiership with the support of Palan Pracharat Party coalition in the House and junta-appointed Senate, amid allegations of election fraud. 112. The 2020-21 pro-democracy protests were triggered by increasing royal prerogative, democratic and economic regression from the Royal Thai Armed Forces supported by the monarchy in the wake of the coup d'état in 2014. Dissolution of the pro-democracy Future Forward Party, distrust in the 2019 general election and the current political system, forced disappearance and deaths of political activists including Wanchaliram Satsaksit, and political corruption scandals. 113-114, which brought forward unprecedented demands to reform the monarchy. 115, and the highest sense of republicanism in the country. 116. In May 2023, Thailand's reformist opposition, the Progressive Move Forward Party (MFP) and the populist Pheu Thai Party, won the general election, meaning the royalist military parties that supported Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha lost power. 117. On the 22nd of August 2023, Sretha Thavisin of the populist Pheu Thai Party became Thailand's new prime minister, while the Pheu Thai Party's billionaire figurehead Thaksin Shinawatra returned to Thailand after years in self-imposed exile. 118. Thavisin was later dismissed from his prime ministerial role on the 14th of August 2024 by the Constitutional Court for his gross ethics violations. 119. Geography. Main article, Geography of Thailand. Koh Turu Tau, Satin, totaling 513,120 square kilometers, 198,120 square miles. Thailand is the 50th largest country by total area. 1. Thailand comprises several distinct geographic regions, partly corresponding to the provincial groups. The north of the country is the mountainous area of the Thai Highlands, with the highest point being Doi Inthanon in the Thanan Thong Chai Range, 2,565 meters 8,415 feet above sea level. The northeast, Isan, consists of the Korat Plateau, bordered to the east by the Mekong River. The center of the country is dominated by the predominantly flat Chao Phraya River Valley, which runs into the Gulf of Thailand. Southern Thailand consists of the narrow Kur Isthmus that widens into the Malay Peninsula. The Chao Phraya and the Mekong River are the indispensable watercourses of rural Thailand. Industrial-scale production of crops use both rivers and their tributaries. The Gulf of Thailand covers 320,000 square kilometers, 124,000 square miles, and is fed by the Chao Phraya, Mae Klong, Bang Pakong, and Tapi rivers. It contributes to the tourism sector owing to its clear shallow waters along the coasts in the southern region and the Kray Isthmus. The eastern shore of the Gulf of Thailand has the kingdom's premier deepwater port in Sattahit and its busiest commercial port, Lam Chabang, Phuket, Krabi, Ranong, Phang Nga and Trang, and their islands all lay along the coast of the Andaman Sea. Climate. Further information. Climate change in Thailand. Thailand map of Köppen climate classification. Thailand's climate is influenced by monsoon winds that have a seasonal character. The southwest 10 northeast monsoon, 120, to most of the country, is classified as Köppen's tropical savanna climate, 121. The majority of the south, as well as the eastern tip, have a tropical monsoon climate. Parts of the south also have a tropical rainforest climate. A year in Thailand is divided into 3 seasons, 120. To the first is the rainy or southwest monsoon season mid-May to mid-October, which is caused by southwestern wind from the Indian Ocean, 120. 2. Rainfall is also contributed by intertropical convergence zone (ITCZ) and tropical cyclones, 120. 2 with August and September being the wettest period of the year, 120. To the country receives a mean annual rainfall of 1,200 to 1,600 millimeters 47 to 63 in, 120. 4. Winter or the northeast monsoon occurs from mid-October until mid-February, 120. To most of Thailand experiences dry weather with mild temperatures, 120. 2. For summer or the pre-monsoon season runs from mid-February until mid-May, 120. 3. Due to their inland position and latitude, the north, northeast, central and eastern parts of Thailand experience a long period of warm weather, where temperatures can reach up to 40 degrees Celsius 104 degrees Fahrenheit during March to May, 120. 3. In contrast to close to or below zero, see 32 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas in winter, 120. 3. Southern Thailand is characterized by mild weather year-round with less diurnal and seasonal variations in temperatures due to maritime influences. 120. 3. It receives abundant rainfall, particularly during October to November. 120. 2. Thailand is among the world's 10 countries that are most exposed to climate change. In particular, it is highly vulnerable to rising sea levels and extreme weather events. 120 to 123. Biodiversity and conservation. See also, List of protected areas of Thailand, List of forest parks of Thailand, List of species native to Thailand, and environmental issues in Thailand. The population of Asian elephants in Thailand's wild has dropped to an estimated 2,000 to 3,000. 124. National parks in Thailand are defined as an area that contains natural resources of ecological importance or unique beauty, or flora and fauna of special importance. Thailand's protected areas include 156 national parks, 58 wildlife sanctuaries, 67 non-hunting areas, and 120 forest parks. They cover almost 31% of the kingdom's territory. 125. The parks are administered by the National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation Department (DNP) of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment (MNRE). Thailand has a mediocre, but improving performance in the Global Environmental Performance Index (EPI), with an overall ranking of 91 out of 180 countries in 2016. The environmental areas where Thailand performs worst, i.e., highest ranking, are air quality 167, environmental effects of the agricultural industry 106, and the climate and energy sector 93. the later mainly because of a high CO2 emission per kWh produced. Thailand performs best, i.e., lowest ranking in water resource management 66, with some major improvements expected for the future, and sanitation 68, 126, 127. The country had a 2019 Forest Landscape Integrity Index mean score of 6.00, 10, ranking it 88th globally out of 172 countries, 128. The population of elephants, the country's national symbol, has fallen from 100,000 in 1850 to an estimated 2,000. 120 for poachers have long hunted elephants for ivory and hides, and now increasingly for meat. 129 young elephants are often captured for use in tourist attractions or as work animals, where there have been claims of mistreatment. 130. In 1989, the government banned the use of elephants for logging, leading many elephant owners to move their domesticated animals to the tourism industry. 131. Poaching of protected species remains a major problem. Tigers, leopards, and other large cats are hunted for their pelts. Many are farmed or hunted for their meat, which supposedly has medicinal properties. Although such trade is illegal, the well-known Bangkok market Chatakek is still known for the sale of endangered species. 132. The practice of keeping wild animals as pets affects species such as Asiatic black bear, Malayan sun bear, white-handed lar, pileated gibbon, and binturong. 133. Politics and government. Main article. Politics of Thailand. Further information, Constitutions of Thailand, Government of Thailand, and Elections in Thailand. Vajiralongkorn, King of Thailand, since the 13th of October 2016. Pitong Tarn Shinawatra, Prime Minister of Thailand, since the 16th of August 2024. Prior to 1932, Thai kings were feudal or absolute monarchs. During Sukhothai Kingdom, the king was seen as a Dharmaraja or king who rules in accordance with Dharma. The system of government was a network of tributaries ruled by local lords. Modern absolute monarchy and statehood was established by Chulalongkorn when he transformed the decentralized protectorate system into a unitary state. On the 24th of June 1932, Kana Ratsaban People's Party carried out a bloodless revolution, which marked the beginning of constitutional monarchy. Thailand has had 20 constitutions and charters since 1932, including the latest and current 2017 constitution. All constitutions state that the politics is conducted within the framework of a constitutional monarchy, but the de facto form of government has ranged from military dictatorship to electoral democracy. 130 for 135. Thailand's current form of government is part democracy and part dictatorship. Many terms are used to describe it. 8. Thailand has had the fourth most coups in the world. 141 uniformed or ex-military men have led Thailand for 55 of the 83 years between 1932 and 2009. 142. Most recently, the military junta self-titled as the National Council for Peace and Order ruled the country between 2014 and 2019. Government is separated into three branches. The legislative branch, the National Assembly, is composed of the Senate, the 200-member indirectly elected Upper House and House of Representatives, the elected 500-member Lower House. Its most recent election is the 2023 general election. The coalition led by Pheu Thai Party currently holds the majority. The 2024 Thai Senate election was the first Senate election held under the current constitution, in the process criticized as the most complicated election in the world. 143. The Senate is allegedly dominated by Bumjai Thai Party-affiliated senators. 144. The executive branch consisting of the Prime Minister of Thailand, the head of government, and other cabinet members of up to 35 people. The Prime Minister was elected by the House of Representatives. The current constitution mandates that Prime Ministers are to be considered from candidates nominated by political parties before the election. The current Prime Minister is Pitong Tarn Shinawatra, a member of the Pheu Thai Party. The judiciary is supposed to be independent of the executive and the legislative branches, although judicial rulings are suspected of being based on political considerations rather than on existing law. 145. Military and bureaucratic aristocrats fully controlled political parties between 1946 and the 1980s. 146. 16. Most parties in Thailand are short-lived. 147. 246 between 1992 and 2006. Thailand had a two-party system. 147. 245 later constitutions created a multi-party system where a single party cannot gain a majority in the House. A hereditary monarch serves as Thailand's head of state. The current king of Thailand is Vajiralongkorn Ramax, who has reigned since October 2016. The powers of the king are limited by the constitution, and he is primarily symbolic figurehead. However, the monarch still occasionally intervenes in Thai politics, as all constitutions pave the way for customary royal rulings. Some academics outside Thailand, including Duncan McCargo and Federico Ferrarat, noted extra-constitutional role of the monarch through a network monarchy behind the political scenes. 148. The monarchy is protected by the severe lèse-majesté law, even though the people's attitude towards the institution varies from one reign to another. 149-150. The kings are protected by lèse-majesté laws, which allow critics to be jailed for 3 to 15 years. 151. After the coup d'état in 2014, Thailand had the highest number of lèse-majesté prisoners in the nation's history. 150 to 153. Human rights in Thailand has been rated not free on the Freedom House Index since 2014. 154. On August 7, 2024, Thailand's Constitutional Court banned the victors of the 2023 parliamentary elections to move forward party and all of its leaders from politics for its proposal to reform the lèse-majesté law, arguing it posed a threat to the constitutional order. 155. The Economist criticized the move as an example of lawfare and pointed to the dissolution of its predecessor party, Future Forward, in 2020, as the latest example of how an alliance of conservative forces in Thailand, including monarchists, the army and a handful of business tycoons, has sought to suppress opposition. 155-156. On the Freedom in the World 2020 report for Thailand, their status improved from not free to partly free due to competitive parliamentary elections and the formation of a new governing coalition by what had been a major opposition party. Though unelected senators ensured that the party with the most votes was excluded. 157. Administrative divisions, main articles, organization of the Government of Thailand, Provinces of Thailand, and Administrative Divisions of Thailand. See also, Regions of Thailand. Thailand is a unitary state. The administrative services of the executive branch are divided into 3 levels: a National Government Organization Act, B 2530 for 1991, central, provincial and local. Thailand is composed of 76 provinces, Changwat, 158 which are first-level administrative divisions. There are also 2 specially governed districts, the capital Bangkok and Pattaya. Bangkok is at provincial level and thus often counted as a province. Each province is divided into districts, Ampha, and the districts are further divided into sub-districts, Tambans. The name of each province's capital city, Muon, is the same as that of the province. For example, the capital of Chiang Mai Province, Chanwat Chiang Mai, is Muon Chiang Mai or Chiang Mai. All provincial governors and district chiefs, which are administrators of provinces and districts, respectively, are appointed by the central government. 159. Thailand's provinces are sometimes grouped into 4 to 6 regions, depending on the source. Foreign Relations, main article, Foreign Relations of Thailand. King Bhumibol Adulyadej, in a meeting with U.S. President Barack Obama, the 18th of November 2012. Siam's and Thailand's way of conducting foreign relations has long been described as bamboo bending with the wind, of policies that are always solidly rooted, but flexible enough to bend whichever way the wind blows in order to survive. 160. Or adaptable and pragmatic. In order to secure independence, it sought to pit one great power against the others so that it would be dominated by none. 161. During the Cold War, Thailand sought to prevent the spread of communism, so it joined the United States, including participating in SEATO alliance, sending expeditions to Korea and Vietnam, and offering the U.S. to use its base. Thailand is one of the 5 founding members of Association of Southeast Asian Nations (ASEAN), initially to safeguard against communism. The end of Vietnam War was a turning point in Thai foreign policy, and afterwards it sought to improve relations with Communist China and its not-communist neighbors. Thailand remains an active member of ASEAN and seeks to project its influence in it. Thailand has developed increasingly close ties with other members, with progressing regional cooperation in economic, trade, banking, political, and cultural matters. 162. In the 2000s, Thailand had taken an active role on the international stage and participated fully in international and regional organizations. It is a major non-NATO ally and priority. Watch Special 301 report of the United States. When East Timor gained independence from Indonesia, Thailand contributed troops to the international peacekeeping effort. 163. As part of its effort to increase international ties, Thailand had reached out to such regional organizations as the Organization of American States, OAS 164, and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE. 165. During Thaksin Shinawatra's premiership, negotiations for several free trade agreements with China, Australia, Bahrain, India, and the US were initiated. Thaksin sought to position Thailand as a regional leader, initiating various development projects in neighboring countries. More controversially, he established close, friendly ties with the Burmese dictatorship. 166. Thailand joined the US-led invasion of Iraq, sending a humanitarian contingent until September 2004. 167. Thailand also had contributed troops to reconstruction efforts in Afghanistan. 168. In April 2009, the Cambodian-Thai border dispute brought troops on territory immediately adjacent to the 900-year-old ruins of Cambodia's Preah Vihear Hindu temple near the border. 169-170. After the 2014 coup, Thailand leaned more towards China. 171. Growing Chinese influence and capital inflow caused some members of parliament to raise the concern about economic colony under China after many concessions. 172. During the Israel-Gaza war in 2023, at first Thailand's prime minister stated that his government strongly condemns the attack against Israel and extends its deepest condolences to the government and the people of Israel. 173. But the government later changed its position and announced that Thailand adopted a neutral stance in this conflict. 170. For 28 Thai nationals were killed in this conflict. 175. Armed Forces. Main article. Royal Thai Armed Forces. The HTMS Chakri Narubet, an aircraft carrier of the Royal Thai Navy. The Royal Thai Armed Forces, RTGS, Thap Thai constitute the military of the Kingdom of Thailand. It consists of the Royal Thai Army, the Royal Thai Navy, and the Royal Thai Air Force. It also incorporates various paramilitary forces. Citation needed. The Thai Armed Forces have a combined manpower of 306,000 active duty personnel and another 245,000 active reserve personnel. 176. The head of the Thai Armed Forces, Thap Thai, is the King. 177. Although this position is only nominal, the armed forces are managed by the Ministry of Defense of Thailand, which is headed by the Minister of Defense, a member of the Cabinet of Thailand, and commanded by the Royal Thai Armed Forces Headquarters, which in turn is headed by the Chief of Defense Forces of Thailand. 178. Thai annual defense budget almost tripled from $1.98 billion United States dollars in 2005 to $5.88 billion United States dollars in 2016, accounting for approximately 1.4% of GDP. 179. Thailand ranks 16th worldwide in the Military Strength Index based on the Credit Suisse report in September 2015. 180. A Royal Thai Air Force James 39 Gripen. The military is also tasked with humanitarian missions, such as escorting Rohingya to Malaysia or Indonesia. 181. Ensuring security and welfare for refugees during Indochina refugee crisis. 182. According to the Constitution, serving in the armed forces is a duty of all Thai citizens. 183. Thailand still use active draft system for males over the age of 21. They are subjected to varying lengths of active service depending on the duration of reserve training, as territorial defense student and their level of education. Those who have completed 3 years or more of reserve training will be exempted entirely. The practice has long been criticized, as some media question its efficacy and value. 180. For 185. It is alleged that conscripts end up as servants to senior officers. 186. Or clerks in military cooperative shops. 187. 188. In a report issued in March 2020, Amnesty International charged that Thai military conscripts face institutionalized abuse systematically hushed up by military authorities. 189. Critics observed that Thai military's main objective is to deal with internal rather than external threats. 190. Internal Security Operations Command is called the political arm of the Thai military, which has overlapping social and political functions with civilian bureaucracy. It also has anti-democracy mission. 190. The military is also notorious for numerous corruption incidents, such as accusation of human trafficking. 191. And nepotism in promotion of high-ranking officers. 192. The military is deeply entrenched in politics. Most recently, the appointed senators include more than 100 active and retired military. 193. Thailand is the 75th most peaceful country in the world, according to the 2024 Global Peace Index. 194. The economy of Thailand is heavily export-dependent, with exports accounting for more than two-thirds of gross domestic product (GDP). Thailand exports over $105 billion worth of goods and services annually. 1. Major exports include cars, computers, electrical appliances, rice, textiles and footwear, fishery products, rubber, and jewelry. 1. Thailand is an emerging economy and is considered a newly industrialized country. Thailand had a 2017 GDP of $1.236 trillion, a purchasing power parity basis. 200. Thailand is the second largest economy in Southeast Asia after Indonesia. Thailand ranks midway in the wealth spread in Southeast Asia as it is the fourth richest nation according to GDP per capita, after Singapore, Brunei, and Malaysia. Thailand functions as an anchor economy for the neighboring developing economies of Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia. In the third quarter of 2014, the unemployment rate in Thailand stood at 0.84%, according to Thailand's National Economic and Social Development Board (NESDB). 201. In 2017, the Thai economy grew at inflation-adjusted 3.9%, up from 3.3% in 2016, marking its fastest expansion since 2012. 200. To high public spending, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, prompted the authorities to raise Thailand's public debt ceiling from 60% to 70% of GDP. 203. As of 2024, Thailand struggles with low productivity, poor education, high household debt, low private investment, and slow economic growth. 200. For 205. With an economic research group forecasted an annual GDP growth of below 2% in the next decades without structural reforms. 206. Exports and manufacturing. The economy of Thailand is heavily export-dependent, with exports accounting for more than two-thirds of gross domestic products (GDPs). Major exports include cars, computers, electrical appliances, rice, textiles and footwear, fishery products, rubber, and jewelry. 1. In 2022, Thailand's export of goods is worth roughly $290 billion, while its import worth roughly $305 billion. 216. Substantial industries include electric appliances, components, computer components, and vehicles. Thailand's recovery from the 1997–1998 Asian financial crisis depended mainly on exports, among various other factors. As of 2012, the Thai automotive industry was the largest in Southeast Asia and the ninth largest in the world. 217, 218, 219. The Thailand industry has an annual output of near 1.5 million vehicles, mostly commercial vehicles. 219. Most of the vehicles built in Thailand are developed and licensed by foreign producers, mainly Japanese and American. The Thai car industry takes advantage of the ASEAN Free Trade Area (FTA) to find a market for many of its products. 8 manufacturers, 5 Japanese, 2 US, and Tata of India, produce pickup trucks in Thailand. 220 as of 2012. Due to its favorable taxation for two-door pickups at only 3 to 12% against 17 to 50% for passenger cars, Thailand was the second largest consumer of pickup trucks in the world. After the US, 221 in 2014, pickups accounted for 42% of all new vehicle sales in Thailand. 220. Tourism. Further information. Tourism in Thailand. Wat Aru, Bangkok, is among the best-known. Tourism makes up about 6% of the country's economy. Prior to the pandemic, Thailand was the world's 8th most visited country according to the World Tourism Rankings compiled by the United Nations World Tourism Organization. In 2019, Thailand received 39.8 million international tourists, ahead of United Kingdom and Germany 222, and was the fourth highest in international tourism, earning $60.5 billion. Thailand was the most visited country in Southeast Asia in 2013, according to the World Tourism Organization. Estimates of tourism receipts directly contributing to the Thai GDP of 12 trillion baht range from 9% 1 trillion baht 2013 to 16% 223, and including the indirect effects of tourism, it is said to account for 20.2% 2.4 trillion baht of Thailand's GDP. 224. 1. Asian tourists primarily visit Thailand for Bangkok and the historical, natural, and cultural sites in its vicinity. Western tourists not only visit Bangkok and surrounding areas. Many travel to the southern beaches and islands. The north is the chief destination for trekking and adventure travel with its diverse ethnic minority groups and forested mountains. The region hosting the fewest tourists is Isan. To accommodate foreign visitors, a separate tourism police with offices were set up in the major tourist areas and an emergency telephone number, 225. Thailand ranks as the world's 5th largest medical tourism destination in spending. According to the World Travel and Tourism Council, attracting over 2.5 million visitors in 2018, 226, and is number 1 in Asia, 227. The country is popular for the growing practice of sex reassignment surgery (SRS) and cosmetic surgery. In 2010 to 2012, more than 90% of medical tourists traveled to Thailand for SRS. 228. Prostitution in Thailand and sex tourism also form a de facto part of the economy. Campaigns promote Thailand as exotic to attract tourists. 229. One estimate published in 2003 placed the trade at $4.3 billion United States dollars per year, or about 3% of the Thai economy. 230. It is believed that at least 10% of tourist dollars are spent on the sex trade. 231. Agriculture and natural resources. Further information. Agriculture in Thailand. Thailand has long been one of the largest rice exporters in the world. 49% of Thailand's labor force is employed in agriculture. 232. 49% of Thailand's labor force is employed in agriculture. 232. This is down from 70% in 1980. 232. Rice is the most important crop in the country, and Thailand had long been the world's leading exporter of rice, until recently falling behind both India and Vietnam. 233. Thailand has the highest percentage of arable land, 27.25%, of any state in the Greater Mekong subregion. 230. For about 55% of the arable land area is used for rice production. 235. Agriculture has been experiencing a transition from labor-intensive and transitional methods to a more industrialized and competitive sector. 232. Between 1962 and 1983, the agricultural sector grew by 4.1% per year on average and continued to grow at 2.2% between 1983 and 2007. 232. The relative contribution of agriculture to GDP has declined, while exports of goods and services have increased. Furthermore, access to biocapacity in Thailand is lower than world average. In 2016, Thailand had 1.2 global hectares, 236 of biocapacity per person within its territory, a little less than world average of 1.6 global hectares per person. 237. In contrast, in 2016, they used 0.5 global hectares of biocapacity their ecological footprint of consumption. This means they use about twice as much biocapacity as Thailand contains, resulting in a deficit. 236. In 2012, it was estimated that informal workers comprise 62.6% of the Thai workforce. The Ministry of Labor defines informal workers to be individuals who work in informal economies and do not have employee status under a given country's Labor Protection Act (LPA). The informal sector in Thailand has grown significantly over the past 60 years over the course of Thailand's gradual transition from an agriculture-based economy to becoming more industrialized and service-oriented. 238 between 1993 and 1995. 10% of the Thai labor force moved from the agricultural sector to urban and industrial jobs, especially in the manufacturing sector. It is estimated that between 1988 and 1995, the number of factory workers in the country doubled from 2 per million, as Thailand's GDP tripled, 239. While the Asian financial crisis that followed in 1997 hit the Thai economy hard, the industrial sector continued to expand under widespread deregulation, as Thailand was mandated to adopt a range of structural adjustment reforms upon receiving funding from the IMF and World Bank. These reforms implemented an agenda of increased privatization and trade liberalization in the country, and decreased federal subsidization of public goods and utilities, agricultural price supports, and regulations on fair wages and labor conditions. 240 full citation needed. Many migrant farmers took jobs in sweatshops and factories with few labor regulations and often exploitative conditions. 241. Those that could not find formal factory work, including illegal migrants and the families of rural Thai migrants, are under the regulation imposed by the structural adjustment programs. Scholars argue that the economic consequences and social costs of Thailand's labor reforms in the wake of the 1997 Asian financial crisis fell on individuals and families rather than the state. 240. Songkran Festival, Chiang Mai's ancient city wall. Informal labor in entertainment, nightlife, and the sex industry face additional vulnerabilities, including recruitment into circles of sexual exploitation and human trafficking. 238. A 2012 study found that 64% of informal workers had not completed education beyond primary school. Many informal workers are also migrants, only some of which have legal status in the country. The informal labor sector is also not recognized under the Labor Protection Act (LPA). Thai social security policies fail to protect against workplace accidents and unemployment and retirement insurance. Many informal workers are not legally contracted for their employment, and many do not make a living wage. 238. Tens of thousands of migrants from neighboring countries face exploitation in a few industries. 242. Especially in fishing where slave-like conditions have been reported. 243. Science and technology. Thailand ranked 41st in the Global Innovation Index in 2024. 244. The Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation and its agencies oversees the development of science, technology, and research in Thailand. According to the National Research Council of Thailand, the country devoted 1.1% of its GDP to the research and development of science in 2019, with over 166,788 research and development personnel in full-time equivalent that year. 245. 246. Transportation. Main articles. Transport in Thailand and list of airports in Thailand. The BTS SkyTrain is an elevated rapid transit system in Bangkok. The State Railway of Thailand SRT operates all of Thailand's national rail lines. Krung Thep Aphawat Central Terminal and Bangkok Hua Lamphong are the main termini of intercity routes. The Honyathan and ICD Lot Krabon are the main freight terminals. As of 2025, SRT had 4,507 kilometers to 2,801 miles of track, all of it meter gauge. Nearly all is single track 2,702.1 kilometers. Although some important sections around Bangkok are double 1,234.9 kilometers or 767.3 miles or triple tracked 107 kilometers or 66 miles. And there are plans to extend this. 247. 248. Rail transport in Bangkok includes long-distance services. There are for rapid transit rail systems in the capital, the BTS SkyTrain, MRT, SRT Red Lines, and the Airport Rail Link. 249. In Bangkok, there were two failed rapid rail projects, Lavalin SkyTrain and Bangkok Elevated Road and Train System. The for Mass Rapid Transit Master Plan in Bangkok Metropolitan Region was endorsed by the Cabinet on the 27th of September 1990 and implemented from 1995 to the present. 250. Thailand has 390,000 kilometers to 240,000 miles of highways. 251. As of 2017, Thailand has over 462,133 roads and 37 million registered vehicles, 20 million of them motorbikes, 252. A number of undivided two-lane highways have been converted into divided four-lane highways. Within the Bangkok metropolitan region, there are a number of controlled access highways. There are 4,125 public vans operating on 114 routes from Bangkok alone, 253. Other forms of road transport includes tuk-tuks, taxis with over 80,647 registered taxis nationwide as of 2018, 250 for vans minibus, motorbike taxis, and sonthos. As of 2012, Thailand has 103 airports, with 63 paved runways, in addition to 6 heliports. The busiest airport in the country is Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport, 255. Energy. Further information. Energy in Thailand. 75% of Thailand's electrical generation is powered by natural gas. In 2014, 256 coal-fired power plants produce an additional 20% of electricity, with the remainder coming from biomass, hydro, and biogas. 256. Compared to other ASEAN countries, Thailand is the largest importer of gas in weight, 257. 17. In 2022, Thailand's oil and gas production dropped by 19% and 17%, respectively, 258-257. 8. The government, in 2018, has developed an Alternative Energy Development Plan 2018 to 2037 AEDP 2018. The plan defines goals for the increase of renewable energy to almost 30,000 megawatts by 2037, 259-260. Energy in Thailand refers to the production, storage, import and export, and use of energy in the Southeast Asian nation of Thailand. Thailand's energy resources are modest and being depleted. The nation imports most of its oil and significant quantities of natural gas and coal. Its energy consumption has grown at an average rate of 3.3% from 2007 to 2017. Energy from renewables has only recently begun to contribute significant energy. In 2023, natural gas accounted for the highest total power generation capacity, followed by coal and lignite, with a significant presence of 13 natural gas production facilities, primarily in the Gulf of Thailand. From January to November 2023, the value of energy imports and exports amounted to almost 1.89 trillion Thai baht. Energy consumption that year was around 2 million barrels worth of commercial primary energy oil equivalent, mainly from petroleum products and natural gas. The Thai government is actively promoting renewable energy to reduce fossil fuel dependency and has seen a year-on-year increase in the usage of renewables. 2. There is some disparity in published figures. According to the Ministry of Energy, the country's primary energy consumption was 75.2 million tons of oil equivalent, equaling around 875 terawatt-hours in 2013. 3. According to BP, primary energy consumption in 2013 was 118.3 mto, rising to 133 mto in 2018. 4. 8. The energy policy of Thailand is characterized by 1. Increasing energy consumption efficiency, 2. Increasing domestic energy production, 3. Increasing the private sector's role in the energy sector, 4. Increasing the role of market mechanisms in setting energy prices. These policies have been consistent since the 1990s, despite various changes in governments. The pace and form of industry liberalization and privatization has been highly controversial. Religion. Main article. Religion in Thailand. Religion in Thailand 2018-2. Buddhism 93.46%. Islam 5.37%. Christianity 1.13%, other 0.04%. The country's most prevalent religion is Theravada Buddhism, which is an integral part of Thai identity and culture. Active participation in Buddhism is among the highest in the world. Thailand has the second largest number of Buddhists in the world after China, 277. According to the 2018 National Statistical Office data, 93.46% of the country's population self-identified as Buddhists. 2. Samanera of Theravada Buddhism, the most practiced religion in Thailand. Muslims constitute the second largest religious group in Thailand, comprising 5.37% of the population in 2018. 2. Islam is concentrated mostly in the country's southernmost provinces, Patani, Yala, Satan, Narathiwat, and part of Songkhla, which are predominantly Malay, most of whom are Sunni Muslims. Christians represented 1.13% of the population in 2018, with the remaining population consisting of Hindus and Sikhs, who live mostly in the country's cities. There is also a small Jewish community in Thailand dating back to the 17th century, 278. The constitution does not name an official state religion, and provides for freedom of religion. There have been no widespread reports of societal abuses or discrimination based on religious belief or practice. 279. Thai law officially recognizes 5 religious groups: Buddhists, Muslims, Brahmin Hindus, Sikhs, and Christians. 280. However, some laws are inspired from Buddhist practices, such as banning alcohol sales on religious holidays. 281. Education. Main article: Education in Thailand. Chulalongkorn University, established in 1917, is the oldest university in Thailand. In 1995, as Minister of Education, Sukhawit Rangsit led out his plans for educational reform in Thailand. 282. The reform was considered the landmark movement after nearly 100 years of education under the previous system. 283. Thailand's youth literacy rate was 98.1% in 2015. 280. For education is provided by a school system of kindergartens, primary, lower secondary and upper secondary schools, numerous vocational colleges, and universities. Education is compulsory up to and including age 14, while the government is mandated to provide free education through to age 17. Issues concerning university entrance have been in constant upheaval for a number of years. The country is also one of the few that still mandates uniform up to the university years, which is still a subject of ongoing debate. 285. In 2013, the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology announced that 27,231 schools would receive classroom-level access to high-speed internet. 286. However, the country's educational infrastructure was still underprepared for online teaching, as smaller and more remote schools were particularly hindered by COVID-19 restrictions. 287. The number of higher education institutions in Thailand has grown over the past decades to 156 officially. The 2 top-ranking universities in Thailand are Chulalongkorn University and Mahidol University. 288. Thai University's research output is still relatively low, even though the country's journal publications increased by 20% between 2011 and 2016. 289. Thailand has the second highest number of English medium private international schools in Southeast Asian nations. 290. Kren schools are especially popular for university entrance exams. 291. Students in ethnic minority areas score consistently lower in standardized national and international tests. 290 to 293. 294. This is likely due to unequal allocation of educational resources, weak teacher training, poverty, and low Thai language skill, the language of the tests. 290 to 295. 296. As of 2020, Thailand was ranked 89th out of 100 countries globally for English proficiency. 297. Thailand is the 3rd most popular study destination in ASEAN. The number of international degree students in Thailand increased by 9.7 times between 1999 and 2012, from 1,880 to 20,309 students. Most of international students come from neighbor countries, 290 like China, Myanmar, Cambodia and Vietnam. 298. Health. Main articles: Health in Thailand, Healthcare in Thailand, and Hospitals in Thailand. Siriraj Hospital in Bangkok, the oldest and largest hospital in Thailand. Thailand ranks world 6th and Asia's 1st in the 2019 Global Health Security Index of Global Health Security Capabilities in 195 countries, 299, making it the only developing country on the world's top 10. Thailand had 62 hospitals accredited by Joint Commission International, 300. In 2002, Bumrungrad became the first hospital in Asia to meet the standard, 301. Health and medical care is overseen by the Ministry of Public Health (MOF), with total national expenditures on health amounting to 4.3% of GDP in 2009. Non-communicable diseases form the major burden of morbidity and mortality, while infectious diseases, including malaria 302 and tuberculosis 303, as well as traffic accidents, are also important public health issues 304. In December 2018, the interim parliament voted to legalize the use of cannabis for medical reasons, making Thailand the first Southeast Asian country to allow the use of medical cannabis. 305. Culture. Main article. Culture of Thailand. Thai women wearing sabai. Jin Thompson House. Thai culture and traditions incorporate influences from India, China, Cambodia, and the rest of Southeast Asia. Thailand's national religion, Theravada Buddhism, is central to modern Thai identity. Thai Buddhism has evolved over time to include many regional beliefs originating from Hinduism, animism, as well as ancestor worship. The official calendar in Thailand is based on the Eastern version of the Buddhist year of B. Thai identity today is a social construct of the Theban regime in the 1940s, 306, 307, 308. Several ethnic groups mediated change between their traditional local culture, national Thai, and global cultural influences. Overseas Chinese also form a significant part of Thai society, particularly in and around Bangkok. Thai Chinese businesses prosper as part of the larger bamboo network. 309. People floating krathong rafts during the Lo Krathong Festival in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Respect for elderly and superiors by age, position, monks, or certain professions is Thai mores, reflecting in many classes of honorifics. Citation needed. Y is a familiar Thai greeting, and is generally offered first by a person who is younger or lower in social status and position. 310. Older siblings have duties to younger ones. 311. Taboos in Thai culture include touching someone's head or pointing with the feet, as the head is considered the most sacred and the foot the lowest part of the body. 310. Art. Main article. Thai art, seen from the Ramakien depicted on a mural at Wat Phra Kaew. The origins of Thai art were influenced by Buddhist art and by scenes from the Indian epics. Traditional Thai sculpture almost exclusively depicts images of the Buddha, being very similar with the other styles from Southeast Asia. Traditional Thai paintings usually consist of book illustrations and tainted ornamentation of buildings such as palaces and temples. Thai art was influenced by indigenous civilizations of the Mon and other civilizations. By the Sukhothai and Ayutthaya periods, Thai had developed into its own unique style and was later further influenced by the other Asian styles, mostly by Sri Lankan and Chinese. Thai sculpture and painting, and the royal courts provided patronage, erecting temples and other religious shrines as acts of merit or to commemorate important events. 312. Traditional Thai paintings showed subjects into dimensions without perspective. The size of each element in the picture reflected its degree of importance. The primary technique of composition is that of apportioning areas. The main elements are isolated from each other by space transformers. This eliminated the intermediate ground, which would otherwise imply perspective. Perspective was introduced only as a result of Western influence in the mid-19th century. Monk artist Kruain Kong is well known as the first artist to introduce linear perspective to Thai traditional art. 313. The most frequent narrative subjects for paintings were or are the Jataka stories, episodes from the life of the Buddha, the Buddhist heavens and hells, themes derived from the Thai versions of the Ramayana and Mahabharata, and scenes of daily life. Some of the scenes are influenced by Thai folklore instead of following strict Buddhist iconography. 312. Architecture. Main article. Architecture of Thailand. Two sculptures in front of the eastern gate to the main chapel of Wat Aru. The Ayutthaya kingdom movement is designed to display might and riches. The temples in Ayutthaya seldom built eaves stretching from the masthead. 314 Buddhist temples in Thailand are known as Wats, from the Pui Vikau, meaning an enclosure. A temple has an enclosing wall that divides it from the secular world. Wat architecture demonstrates many differences in layout and style, but they all adhere to the same principles. 315. Literature. Main article. Thai literature. Thai literature has had a long history. Even before the establishment of the Sukhothai kingdom there existed oral and written works. Citation needed. During the Sukhothai kingdom, Most literary works were written in simple prose with certain alliteration schemes. Major works include King Ramkhamhaeng inscription describing life at the time, which is considered the first literary work in Thai script, but some historians questioned its authenticity. 316. Tri Phum Pher Ruang, written in 1345 by King Maha Thammarachai, expounds Buddhist philosophy based on an extensive study with reference to over 30 sacred texts and could be considered the nation's first piece of research dissertation. 317. Sculptures of Pher Aphai Mani and the Mermaid from the epic poem Pher Aphai Mani, a work of Sunthorn Phu. During the Ayutthaya kingdom, new poetic forms were created, with different rhyme schemes and meters. It is common to find a combination of different poetic forms in one poetic work. Lilituan Phai is a narrative poem describing the war between King Boramatrelokant of Ayutthaya and Prince Tilakaraya of Lan Na. One literary work is Kapirua, composed by Prince Thammathivit in the Nara tradition. Traditionally, the verse is sung during the royal barge procession 318 and has been the model for subsequent poets to emulate. The same prince also composed the greatly admired Kap Ho Klong on the visit to the Thon Deng and Kap Ho Klong Narab Pherbat 319. The Thonburi period produced Ramakien, a verse drama contributed by King Taksin the Great. During the 18th century Ratanakosin period, which still fought with the Burmese, many of the early Ratanakosin works dealt with war and military strategy. Some examples are Nirab Rop, Phama Thi the Din Deng, Fleng Yao Rop Phama Thi Nakhon Si Thamarat. There were also verse recitals with musical accompaniment, such as Mahari telling the story of Kakian Sepho, relating the story of Kanchan Kanphai. Other recitals include Sri Thananchai. The Thai poet Sunthorn Phu is known as the Bard of Ratanakosin Thai. Sunthorn Phu is best known for his epic poem Pher Aphai Mani, a versified fantasy adventure novel, a genre of Siamese literature known as Nithan Kemklan Thai. 319. Some of the most well-known modern Thai writers include Kukrit Pramoj, Kulip Sapradit, Penam Sibirafa, Suariya Sirsing Penam Botan, Chart Korbjiti, Prabdayun, and Dwanwad Pimwana. 320. Music can dance. Main articles: Music of Thailand and Dance in Thailand, Khon Show. Aside from folk and regional dances, southern Thailand's Manora and Ramong, for example, the two major forms of Thai classical dance drama are Khon and Lakhon Nai. In the beginning, both were exclusively core entertainments, and it was not until much later that a popular style of dance theater, like evolved as a diversion for common folk. 321 folk dance forms include dance theater forms, like numerous regional dances Ram, the ritual dance Ram Mue, and homage to the teacher. Waikru. 320 to both Ram Mue and Waikru take place before all traditional Mue time matches. Citation needed. The three primary classical ensembles are the Pifit, Kruang Side, and Mahari. Mahari employ small Ching Hen cymbals. 323. Entertainment, Tony Ya and Lalisam Ma Noban. Main articles: Cinema of Thailand, Mass media in Thailand, and Thai television soap opera. Thai films are exported and exhibited in Southeast Asia. 324. Thai cinema has developed its own unique identity. 325. The Thai heist thriller film Bad Genius 2017 was one of the most internationally successful Thai films. It broke Thai film earning records in several Asian countries. 326. Bad Genius won in 12 categories at the 27th Safanahon National Film Awards, and also won the Jury Award at the 16th New York Asian Film Festival with a worldwide collection of more than $42 million. 327. Shutter 2004 was one of the best-known Thai horror movies and was recognized worldwide. 328 films such as Ong Bak, Muay Thai Warrior 2003 and Tom Yum Goon 2005, starring Tony Ya, feature distinctive aspects of Thai martial arts Muay Thai. Thailand television dramas, known as Lakarn, have become popular in Thailand and regionally. 329. The entertainment industries are estimated to have directly contributed to $0.1 billion in GDP to the Thai economy in 2011. They also directly supported 86,600 jobs, 330 amongst several dance pop artists who have made internationally successful, or Lisa La Lisa Manobel, 331 Violette Wadier, 332 Antatao Young. Cuisine. Further information: Thai cuisine. Clockwise from top left: chicken masaman curry, mango sticky rice, Pad Thai, and Tom Yum. Thai cuisine is one of the most popular in the world. 333 common ingredients include garlic, lemongrass, kaffir lime, galangal, turmeric, coriander, and coconut milk. 330 for 335, 336, 337, 338. Each region of Thailand has its specialities. King Khao and green curry in the central region, Som Tam green papaya salad in the northeast, Khao Soi in the north, and Masaman curry in the south. Citation needed. In 2017, 7 Thai dishes appeared on a list of the world's 50 best foods, an online worldwide poll by CNN Travel. Thailand had more dishes on the list than any other country. They were Tom Yam Goong 4th, Pad Thai 5th, Som Tam 6th, Masaman curry 10th, green curry 19th, Thai fried rice 24th, and Nam Tok Mu 36th. 339. 2 desserts were also listed in CNN's 50 best desserts around the world. Mango sticky rice and tub tim krab. 340. The staple food in Thailand is rice, particularly jasmine rice, which forms part of almost every meal. Thailand is a leading exporter of rice, and Thais consume over 100 kilograms of milled rice per person per year. 341. Thailand is also the world leader in edible insect industry. 342 and well known for its street food. Bangkok is sometimes called the street food capital of the world. 343. 344. Units of measurement. Further information. Thai units of measurement. Thailand generally uses the metric system, but traditional units of measurement for land area are used, and imperial units of measurement are occasionally used for building materials. Years are numbered as BE Buddhist era in educational settings, civil service, government, contracts, and newspaper datelines. However, in banking, and increasingly in industry and commerce, standard Western year Christian or Common Era counting is the standard practice. 345. Sports. Main article. Sport in Thailand. See also, Thailand at the Olympics, Rugby Union in Thailand, Golf in Thailand, Football in Thailand, and list of sporting events held in Thailand. Muay Thai. Thailand's signature sport. Thai boxing is a combat sport that uses stand-up striking along with various clinching techniques. Muay Thai became widespread internationally in the late 20th to 21st centuries. Famous practitioners include Bwaka Banchamek, Samar Payakarun, and Apades Sithiran. 346. Association football has overtaken Muay Thai as the most widely followed sport in Thailand. The Thailand national football team has played the AFC Asian Cup 6 times and reached the semifinals in 1972. The country has hosted the Asian Cup twice, in 1970 to 347 and in 2007 along with Indonesia, Malaysia, and Vietnam for the 2007. Volleyball is rapidly growing as one of the most popular sports. The women's team has often participated in the World Championship, World Cup, and World Grand Prix Asian Championship. They have won the Asian Championship twice and the Asian Cup once. Takraw is a sport native to Thailand in which the players hit a rattan ball and are only allowed to use their feet, knees, chest, and head to touch the ball. Sepak takraw is a form of this sport, which is similar to volleyball. A rather similar game but played only with the feet is bukkaball. Rugby is also a growing sport in Thailand, with the Thailand national rugby union team rising to be ranked 61st in the world. 348. Thailand became the first country in the world to host an international 80 welterweight rugby tournament in 2005. 349. Thailand has also attracts golfers from Japan, Korea, and Western countries. 350. There are more than 200 world-class golf courses nationwide. 351. For basketball, the Chon Thailand Slammers won the 2011 ASEAN Basketball League Championship. 352. The Thailand national basketball team had its most successful year at the 1966 Asian Games, where it won the silver medal. 353. Lumpini Boxing Stadium. The Lumpini Boxing Stadium, originally sited at Rama for Roe, near Lumpini Park, hosted its final Muay Thai boxing matches on the 8th of February 2014, after the venue first opened in December. On the 11th of February 2014, the stadium was relocated to Ran Mintra Road due to the new venue's capacity. 350. For Thammasat Stadium in Bangkok, was built for the 1998 Asian Games. Rajamangala National Stadium is the biggest sporting arena in Thailand, with a capacity of around 50,355. See also.